Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are having a heat wave here in the UK at the moment, so I've just had a lovely early morning yoga session outside, just trying to make the most of the cool weather before it really heats up for us today. And I expect I'll be going out and about later on as well and trying to cool down. So today I'm just going to chat with you and share something that's actually really important to those of us who are either hoping to make a living out of voiceover work or already do make a living but are perhaps looking for other little areas to expand the business. So I'm going to share with you how I find work as a voiceover artist.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I've been a voiceover artist now for over 8 years, working with some of the biggest and smallest brands in the world. Join me as I share my voiceover journey, the highs and lows of working for myself, all while enjoying life to the fullest. Welcome to the Voiceover Diaries.
So one of the best ways to describe being a voiceover artist, and probably being self-employed as well, is you're just spinning loads of plates all the time and you're receiving opportunities to work from lots of different places, and you're also having to search out those opportunities as well. So I'm going to share with you how I get work and just go into a little bit of detail and share some examples of what I've done in the past and what's really working for me at the moment. So I've got my little list next to me because there's quite a lot of things to remember. So work comes in from lots and lots of different places, and for me the bulk of, I would say, my day-to-day opportunities come in from the pay-to-play websites that I'm registered with. And I pay to be a member of some of these voiceover channels. So voiceover websites out there, just a couple of examples, I'd say probably the two biggest in the world that most people have heard of are voices.com and Voice123. And I pay to be a member of both of those. So as a result of that, I get auditions sent through to my emails every single morning, overnight usually, because they're based in the States, these companies. So, and it's literally just a case of plowing through them and choosing the ones that are right for you. I mean, obviously you have your filters, so you don't get sent things like, I wouldn't get sent stuff from Man necessarily, but it's choosing the things that are right for you. So I'm also a member of other websites as well, and these are websites that have not necessarily a fee to join, but you have to have a certain standard to your product that you're selling to clients. So for example, there's one website that I was invited to join, but you're only allowed to join it if you have a professional studio environment that you're working in. And that's not to say that you can't do it from home, because I do mine from home, but it just means that I've got a Kube Isolation booth, so a professional broadcast standard studio that is essentially like a TARDIS. I use a really good microphone. I use the Neumann U87, and the combination of that, knowing how to use my software as well, so I've got Adobe Audition, so knowing how to edit, how to process things or not process things, because quite often they want the raw audio, which means your studio environment has to be absolutely spot on. That's what they're looking for. So obviously your online presence is very important, because it's not just important to be on these websites that I've mentioned, like the pay-to-play ones, but also people out there, producers, are looking for talent and are scouring these websites. And one source of work for me is coming from audio houses. So these are companies that are literally just managing the audio for other agencies, video production companies, and they're scouring the websites. They're looking for voiceover artists online. So your online presence is really important. And they're looking for talent, and then they'll find you. If you've got your contact details available, you'll get an email, they'll ask for an audition. Doesn't happen that often, but it is something that comes in fairly regularly. So for me, that's another good source of work. So I'm going to leave it there for now, and I'm going to go for a little walk. But let's go and see what Jamie is up to in the editing suite. What are you up to?
Oh, excuse the mess. We're on a shoot, aren't we?
Yeah.
Next week. But, you ready for walkies?
Let's go. Let's do it. So we found a really lovely shady spot this morning for our walk, which is very nice because we're, as I've said, having a heat wave here in the UK. So I just thought I'd share with you a couple more pointers on how to find work as a voiceover artist. So the most important one, I would say, is repeat clients. Now, when you do a good job for a client and they're really happy with the end result and you have a good working relationship and it all, is hunky-dory, it's always worth in that final email just saying, pop me a line if there's ever an audition or project you think I might be a good fit for, always happy to audition. I've done this a lot over the years and I've ended up having some really lovely repeat clients who just keep coming back to me month in, month out. And I would say on average each month my repeat customer work is averaging between 50 and 75% of my work, which is obviously a massive chunk. So looking after your clients and maintaining a good relationship with them is really, really important, because if you do a good job and they're happy, it's just easy for them to come back to you because they trust you and they know what you do is going to be good quality, time in, time out. So I would definitely recommend working on those relationships and building those repeat clients. So I've just actually had an email come through on my phone for an audition. So I'm going to head back to the studio now and go back into the darkness, but the cool, which will be quite nice, and do some more auditions.
Ingersoll Rand's Engineering Project Solutions specialises in the development and production of engineered air systems and package solutions.
So I just wanted to touch on the final points of finding work as a voiceover artist. And one of the areas that doesn't necessarily bring in loads of work, but can be a possible avenue for work and also a great awareness of your sort of personal brand, is social media. So I use Instagram and LinkedIn mainly for my voiceover profile, and I upload samples of my work, I join in the conversation about voiceover work, and sometimes it does actually lead to some really great connections with potential clients, and also it has actually resulted in some work for me where I've seen a post, I've put myself forward for the job, and luckily I've had a few people that have said, oh yeah, we can recommend Sarah as a voiceover artist or a presenter, and I've actually won some work out of it. And the final pointer is good old personal recommendations. So I've been really fortunate that I've been recommended to potential clients by previous clients. And also, if you've got a good working relationship with a company, for example, a larger video production company, quite often you'll be recommended between different departments and different producers will use you, then recommend you to somebody else that they work with. So hopefully that has given you some inspiration and ideas, whether you're starting out at the beginning of your voiceover journey or whether you're like me, been doing it for a few years, but always looking to kind of push things a little bit further and, try and find some work. So my work for the day is done. Auditions are done, which is great. So I'm just heading down to our local sea baths. We're really lucky. We live near the sea and we have a sea bath with an amazing Lido. So I'm just going to go and do my lengths there. And then that's it for the day. So I've just been for my swim and it was absolutely amazing. The water was perfect. It was quite busy, but you would expect that on a day like today, and it was really great to see lots of people out and about enjoying themselves and getting some fresh air and having a lovely swim. So I just wanted to say thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope that you'll get something out of it. So whether you're starting your journey as a voiceover artist or like me, you've been doing it for a few years and you just need a few sort of new avenues to explore to find some new work, I just really hope it's been useful for everybody. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and if there's anything that I haven't covered that you think is a really great source of work, just let me know. I'll see you in the next video.